Okay, so I think we are live. For anyone who is going to be joining us today, I'm Nikki Yeager and I'm with The Relievery. So I'm the co-founder of The Relievery, and today I'm going to be talking about ways to help clear your sinuses and kind of drain this whole region when you feel a little snotty. And unfortunately for you all, I'm going to be the one doing the webinar. And like I said, I'm co-founder. My partner is actually the one who is educated in holistic health. So she's the one who comes up with all these wonderful solutions to help balance our bodies. And I'm really just our test dummy. So I take what she suggests and I apply it to myself and my family. So what I'm going to be doing today is giving you all the realistic, practical, pared down version of those exercises and tips. So since we're working on your sinuses and your stuffiness and this whole area up here, the first thing we're going to talk about is a way to help clear this out. And what you would do is you would take your thumbs, put them on either side of the bridge of your nose, and just apply some pressure there. And so Melinda will actually suggest when she does this, she puts the pressure there and will just kind of dangle her head and rest her elbows on a table. And she lets gravity do the work. So she presses pretty hard and she'll hold it there for a few minutes. For me, I'm very busy and I hardly ever sit down. I'm a mom, I'm running around like crazy. So that doesn't always work for me, is just sitting there with my hands on my face. But so what I like to do is I wait until I'm in public and my toddler throws tantrum. Inevitably happens outside every day. And when everyone decides to look, that's when I go ahead and put my thumbs right on the inside of my nose and I just kind of hang my head there. And everyone else assumes that I'm trying to figure out how to handle the situation. In reality, I'm just draining my sinuses and clearing out this whole region while I wait for the tantrum to pass. So if any moms are out there, that's a really good way to incorporate this into just your day without interrupting what's happening. The other thing would be an extension of that. And that would be if you take your fingers and you start at the bridge of your nose and you're just going to pull it outwards. So we're going to bring all that nastiness out. And if you think of this one, all you're doing is manipulating your sinus region. So if you were to pull your skin back off your face, which would be disgusting, but if you did that, you would see that your sinuses fall all along this region. So, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and take your fingers here and pull it down and out. So where those sinuses would fall, we're going to pull it outwards. We always want to take that stuff out. So whenever we start in our body, we push it outwards. And that's something that you can do with your kids too. So if they'll let you do that motion, do it with your kids. And once they're a little bit older, you can actually teach them how to do it themselves, which is awesome because one less thing you have to handle, which will be great when my toddler's old enough to follow directions. Okay, so we have the pressing, the pulling. The other thing that I'm going to show you is a reflexology point. And for anyone watching this who has our reflexology socks for pregnancy, postpartum, or the socks for babies, and if you don't, you should get them. But if you have them, you're already going to be familiar with this point. If you don't have them, this will be the first time you may have seen this. And I'm going to have to use my hands as an example because I was going to use a doll and I left it in the other room. So if we're going to pretend these are feet where we practice reflexology, we're going to sit them together, and these are my big toes, these are my pinky toes, if my feet were very odd shaped. And with reflexology, you want to think about it as the inside is your head down to your spine. So this middle region, if you put your feet together, is really like your back. And then the rest of this is moving outwards towards your arms and out of your body. So just like we did with our face, we want to move everything out of our body. So inside, out. So with reflexology, the points for sinuses are going to be right on the tippy tops of your toes. And what you want to do is you're just going to kind of pinch them. So you hold it for a second or two, and you're going to work your way out. Again, these would be my toes. towards our pinky toe. And so what's cool about this is with this one where we're working our way out towards our pinky toe, you can do this on your babies. If you're doing yoga, you can do it on yourself. You'll be able to reach your toes right before bed. What's really cool about reflexology solutions is they're great for chronic issues. So if you are just fully stuffed all the time, you can't figure out how to make this all go away, you can start doing reflexology because it'll help over an extended period of time as well. So, you know, these ones are really good for a little bit more immediate relief, but this kind of reflexology will help you over the long term, which is amazing. But so what I like to do is, again, practicality here. My little one has a very stuffy nose right now, and the suctioning, the blowing, and none of it works. Nothing works. So what I like to do is we do this right before he goes to sleep, and we do it little piggy style. So this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed home, this little piggy had roast beef, this little piggy had none, and this little piggy got snot out of our face. And what you'll do is you'll do one side and repeat on the other side. So that would be the third way that you can help clear this whole area. So at first we had this, where we're just putting pressure on that inside there. We had the one where we're actually rubbing it out. And then we had the reflexology points. So I did see, I was trying to keep this very short. I know we're all very busy, and since I do like to focus on the practical and the realistic, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. But I do see that a few people joined a little bit of the way into this session. So would anyone like to see any of those again, or does anyone have any questions? I can see what you're typing, so if you want to put anything in, go ahead and just type it into your little box there. And while I'm waiting for that, just so you all know, if you are interested in learning about all these different practices, other reflexology points, on-body acupressure points, things like that, what you can do is you can go to therelievery.com, and we do have something called an online body atlas, which has videos and it has more in-depth descriptions and ways that you can help bring balance to your whole being, not just this region. The other thing that you can do is make sure you like our Facebook page, because I'm going to be doing these every week or 2 weeks just to help you guys out with seasonal issues, things that are coming up really frequently. So you'll get notified that way. The other good thing is if you go to therelievery.com, go ahead and enter your email address to get on our mailing list. When we have more substantial webinars, we're going to make sure that you actually get an email about them. Okay, so anyone have any last questions after we went over those 3 different ways to help clear this whole congestion situation up? If not, then I will let you all go and have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining our little 10-minute webinar, and hopefully I'll see you next time.